Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast, Tennessee Titans Weekly. Jacques. What's up, folks? What is good, everybody? Hello to you and to everybody here. Tennessee Titans, we are here, man. What is good, y'all?
What's up? Tighten up. We back again.
Yes, sir.
Back at it again for Titans news. You know how we do.
Absolutely. So, you all seen the title of the video, Delanie Walker, number 82, the great tight end that played here in Tennessee. There's no doubt about it. He was an unbelievable player here. For many years, he was our best player that we had here and arguably the best tight end we've ever had here. I know people might want to talk about Frank Wycheck, and that's maybe a debate. I'm going to say Delaney, you know what I'm saying? But
I agree.
He made some comments in respect to him as a player, him as a, maybe should be a Hall of Famer, things like that. So we're going to play the clip first before we make our comment. So we want y'all to hear the clip first, and then we're gonna break this down within our own opinion. All right, here's the clip.
Delaney, I think the simple answer may be I just like to play, but I sit back and see a guy that's accomplished all that you have. Kirk mentioned the three Pro Bowls, 14 years. You played one game in 18. You played 7 in 19. You sat out last year. Well, what motivates you to want to play even more games going forward?
I want to win a Super Bowl, honestly. I feel like that helps you in your status as you retire in this game, and it's sad that that's something that you got to have to be recognized sometimes. And again, me being in Tennessee, I hate to say this, that hurts my value in any type of awards or accolades, because I did play in Tennessee, and you can look at some of the greats like Eddie George, Steve McNair, and them guys just not getting them coached yet, and it's because they didn't win a Super Bowl and they played in Tennessee. So I look at it, if I can win a Super Bowl, maybe that'll help me, and so you can go from there.
I find it so interesting, and I love the honesty. In what way will it help you, other than legacy, which I think we all understand? But Delaney, in fairness, outside of the quarterback position, Julio Jones may retire without a Super Bowl. We're not going to look at him any differently. You know what I mean? So what? In what way do you think it helps you? Why are you so motivated by just that?
Well, you say Julio, but he played in Atlanta. Look at Atlanta and their fan base. Look at the type of players that played in Atlanta, and look where they at. And when I say when you play in an organization like Nashville, it's because it's so small. Our fan base is not as great as some of these organizations that other players that play that ain't great in them organizations. They get them accolades. But when you play in Tennessee, not a lot of you don't get primetime games. You don't get a lot of people saying your games, so you don't get mentioned a lot. So sometimes you don't get brought up in these conversations. But when you have a Super Bowl ring, they bring you up in these conversations.
So Jacques, you heard the clip, bro.
Sure. Yep.
So I just have a real simple question, brother. Simple question.
Go ahead.
Is Delanie Walker, the former tight end of the Tennessee Titans, former 49er, who signed a big contract to come here?
Okay.
Is Delanie Walker a Hall of Famer? If yes or no, why?
No. Delanie Walker's not Mike Dicker. He's not Ozzie Newsome. He's not John Mackey. Okay, those are some of the great tight ends that are in the Hall of Fame today, right?
Yep.
Delaney gave Tennessee a good 7 years of fantastic football. He gave the Titans years where he made Mariota comfortable. Mariota was his go-to guy. That was his guy, was Delanie Walker. Before that, when he was in San Francisco, man, I could shoot y'all some numbers, man. He was in San Francisco for 7 years, okay? Out of that 7 years, people, can you guess how many yards Delanie Walker had in 7 years when he was with the San Francisco 49ers? I'll wait. Okay. Y'all want to know? 1,465 yards.
Facts. No paper.
7 years. Now, that was with Colin Kaepernick when they went to the Super Bowl. But he was used as a fullback. Remember, he had Vernon Davis as the premier tight end in San Francisco, okay?
Thanks.
So when I look at tight end, I look at Hall of Fame stats. Within that 7 years, you need to have the same production you had in Tennessee. Now, I'm going to ask the same question. 7 years when he was with the Titans, how many yards did he have when he was with the Titans? I'll wait. Want to know? Okay. 4,423 yards. Okay. His production went up. Yep. He became the premier tight end. He made a name for himself in Tennessee. So for him to fix his mouth to say, because he was with Tennessee, he hasn't had a Super Bowl, that he's not going to be a premier or a Hall of Famer because he was A, with a small market team, and B, he wasn't on prime time games. To fix your mouth to say that, and I like Delaney, man. He's a cool dude. He's put in the work here. One day, hopefully, his name will be in the Ring of Fire. But man, appreciate where you came from. I will always appreciate where I came from, my roots, right? Appreciate where you came from. The Titans gave you a name. We put you on the map. You became one of the top tight ends in the league at that time with that stretch you had with the Titans. And all of a sudden, it's not good enough. I really think he's salty because he hasn't gotten a shot yet. He's trying to get picked up by a team. I think Delaney's 36 years old. He's up in the tooth. Tim Tebow's gotten a shot. I understand it. I get it, Delaney. I see you, bro. But at the same time, man, be grateful. Be humble. No, you're not a Hall of Fame tight end because you didn't put that work in early in your career to get those numbers. If he would have put the work in early, then I probably would have been like, yes, he's a Hall of Famer. But you haven't put that work in, and you had an opportunity to win a Super Bowl with San Francisco, and it didn't happen. Now, if you would have won a Super Bowl with San Francisco, would you still consider yourself a Hall of Famer? So my answer, no. What about you, Hawk?
Jacques, I totally agree with you, sir. So my answer is no as well, right. Okay? Delanie Walker was unbelievable here. Let's not get it twisted. He was a great tight end here. For years, he was our leading receiver at the tight end position. Frank Wycheck did the same too, though. But Delanie Walker held it down when he was with Tennessee. And prior to that, he wore number 46 as a fullback for the 49ers for 7 seasons. We cannot eliminate those 7 seasons in your Hall of Fame argument. You have to put that in that mix. So for me, the football historian that I am, a guy that's been watching football since he was like 3 years old, I think about other tight ends when we talk about franchises, right? Oh, if I was on a better franchise, then I'd probably be in the Hall of Fame. Well, let's look at this. Fans, do y'all remember Jay Novacek? That played with the Dallas Cowboys with Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin, and Emmitt Smith? He's not in the Hall of Fame. And he played for the Dallas Cowboys. What about Brent Jones? He played for the San Francisco 49ers with Jerry Rice, John Taylor, Roger Craig, even Ricky Waters, Steve Young, Joe Montana, you name it. He's not in the Hall of Fame, right? You see what I'm saying? Those two tight ends are better than Delanie Walker and had a better career than Delanie Walker. Please debate me on that, okay? Those guys were incredible in their heyday, okay? And I even think about players like back in the day, like Keith Jackson that played for the Eagles. He was a beast. He was a beast with Randall Cunningham, right? Do y'all remember Drew Bledsoe's favorite tight end in his day? Ben Coates. You remember Ben Coates? He was a baller at tight end, right? And remember the New York Giants back in the 80s? Who was their leading receiver? A tight end, Mark Bavaro, right? So I didn't name the Giants, the Patriots, 49ers, and the Cowboys, who in folks' eyes, those are big franchises, right? These are big name franchises. They're not Hall of Famers. They're big name tight ends for big franchises, and they're not in the Hall of Fame. There's only 29 tight ends in the Hall of Fame. 29. Okay. So to make it there, you have to be a Tony Gonzalez, Antonio Gates. Oh, I forgot. Tony Gonzalez played for a small market team, the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yep.
Antonio Gates played for a small market team in the San Diego Chargers, right? These are small market teams. Antonio Gates didn't even get drafted, okay? Right. These are your premier tight ends that make it to the Hall of Fame, okay? Delanie Walker had a great career, and yes, his number he will probably be in the rafters somewhere here in Tennessee, okay? But I don't think he was trying to down fans. I think he was underestimating, one, the fact that he's on a team that he feels is a small market, is too wide, which is not fact, because let Derrick Henry keep playing. The only player that can maybe make an argument is Eddie George. And Steve McNair can too. You know, those might be an argument, but I do think at some point they'll probably make the Hall of Fame. But they would have an argument. Not you, Delanie Walker. You didn't do it long enough, sir. You had a great run for 7 years. You were a wedge buster on kickoffs. Okay. Yep. Now, again, I have a lot of respect for Delanie Walker, and for the longest time, Delanie Walker was my favorite player. Still probably my top 5 players to ever play here that I've seen. And even this backpack right here. Y'all see this backpack? Y'all see this right here? So in Nashville, several years ago, and my kids had a summer camp that Delanie Walker sponsored, and he gave out free book bags. So Delanie Walker is a good dude. He spoke to the kids and everything. He's a good dude. You know what I'm saying? But I can disagree with you too. Okay. I can't say that you have Hall of Fame status. I do think, like you said, Jacques, he's sour because he's not in the league right now. He wants to come to Tennessee, and it happened. So no. I
agree. I would like it. I would love to see him come back and have a role, but I mean, you got to accept when it's your time, man. And then right now, just figure out what's next, man. Just figure out what's next and what'll get you to the next level versus trying to get back. And it's the Tim Tebow effect. As Tim Tebow does it again, where he could just hop up and come out of retirement for having played football in 9 years, and all of a sudden he's playing tight end. Right. So now you have a lot of players feeling that like, hey, if he can do it and I'm better than him, then I should be able to do it too. So I like I said, I get both folds, but not Hall of Fame. No, great player, one of the greats to ever play with the Titans. Yes, dog. Yes. We really appreciate your work here, bro. If you listen to this video, we appreciate your work. Like Hawk said, we can disagree. It's what men do. We agree to disagree. So
that's right. And Delaney had only one season in his career of over 1,000 yards.
Yep.
Okay. He had several 800-yard things like that or whatever. And he was talking about Atlanta. Okay. The Falcons fan base. Please. Atlanta's fan base is subpar at best. Okay. It's a bigger market than Nashville, but I don't think the fans are the same. They might have more fans. One is they've been a franchise a lot longer, and there's more people in the city. But overall, Andre Rison didn't make the Hall of Fame, right? Will Matt Ryan make the Hall of Fame? Maybe if he played for the Cowboys, maybe, but no, he's probably not. He should. His numbers should. He might, because his numbers speak to that. Just like Julio, it's about numbers, right? Jamal Anderson's not in the Hall of Fame, right?
Exactly.
So Delaney, you just don't have the numbers, bro.
Right.
You just don't. Not to make the Hall of Fame.
Numbers game.
It's a numbers game. Yep. So that's our opinion on it, y'all. That's what we wanted to definitely share that with y'all. So.
Definitely.
So y'all, hey, thank you as always for watching the show, guys and girls. We appreciate that as always, y'all. Again, you can always check us out on Instagram at Tennessee Titans Weekly, as well on Twitter at Titans Weekly 24/7. And if you want to contact us, you can hit us up at Tennessee Titans Weekly at gmail.com.
Also, remember, I tell you every video, cut your notification bells on by the subscribe button. It'll let you know when we go live and we post any new content. Also, we got a goal of trying to get to 2,000 subscribers at least by the middle of the season. So, hey, help us get to that goal, man. We had, 1,600 subscribers, 1,650. So let's get to the 2,000, man. Get on the Tennessee Titan Weekly fan base and train, man. Let's get this train going. Let's get this train rolling. But like I said, share the video. Get the video out. Share it on Facebook, Instagram. Share it to your cousin, your auntie, your uncle, your dog, your cat. Share the video, man. And once again, hey, tighten up, baby.
Tighten up. So, folks, that ends it, guys and girls. We'll talk to y'all very soon. Hey, as always, facts,
no paper.